This is The Dark by Linda Gargill. This is a horror novel. It's by Point Horror. Point Horror do loads of different horror by loads of different authors. This is about a girl who's afraid of the dark. She's afraid of the dark because 2 years prior to present day, she's babysitting and there's a murder in the house. I know. And the lights were switched off, so the whole murder happens in the dark. The killer has never been found. No one has any idea. The killer then comes back in present day and kind of haunts her. The majority of this book happens in one night. So it felt like, you know, kind of cringy horror films where it's all like chase scenes and everything happens in one night and there are flashbacks. But since the murder, she can't remember anything. She's had amnesia, and this day, 2 years later, the day the killer's back in town, she for some reason remembers like things of the murder. It's all very, very convenient, I will say that first. It reminded me a lot of, what's that about, Halloween, with Jamie Lee Curtis, where this man's always coming back on Halloween to try and kill her. It turned into a little bit of a murder mystery, which I
murder mystery stuff.
So everyone had a motive for why they might be the killer, and then you as the reader had to kind of work out why that motive couldn't be, and I thought that worked really well. This was okay. There were bits that were just like eye roll for days when like I said, it all happens on one night, so there's like a huge chase scene, and then all the people who are in her life, you know her relationship to them, you got to work out which one's the killer, who's trying to chase her. So there's a bit where she's running and it's like she's slipped on a bit of moss. Oh, she's fallen over a log. And then she runs into a graveyard. Convenient. And the fog's so thick in the graveyard. Oh, cliche. And then she slips on like a tombstone, and then she nearly slips into an open grave. Like, all I could do is just be like... Overall, I thought this was okay. I liked her relationship with one of the people in it. That was super cute, but then that kind of got sidelined. If you see it in a charity shop, pick it up, give it a read. Don't like seek it out. I would never seek you out. I've just finished Pygmalion by Bernard Shaw. It is a play. It is also known as My Fair Lady. It inspired My Fair Lady, the musical, which I absolutely love. I love the film version with Audrey Hepburn. I think it's fantastic. It's very similar to the musical version with Audrey Hepburn, almost line for line at certain points, but there are some differences. This is basically, I'm sure you know, but it's about a girl called Eliza Doolittle. She's a common flower girl, and there's a chance encounter, and this Professor Higgins and his friend Pickering, who they are in the field of language, and they have a bet that Higgins can turn her into a lady, and if he can, then he wins the bet, and if he fails, Pickering wins the bet. So they get Eliza, they get her to come and live with them. She wants to be a lady because she doesn't want to be a flower girl anymore. She wants a better job. So she agrees to all this. She's very mouthy. I loved her. The housekeeper hates her, and that's the story basically. It's really about Eliza and Professor Higgins' weird relationship, because he is so snobby, he's so vile, he's so vicious, and I was all about it. He was like, you gutter snipe, called her a whore, like he was just always, he thought she was less than him. But at the end, she kind of confronts him and she's like, you were so cruel to me when I was common, da-da-da. And he's like, oh no, I'm cruel to everyone. And then when you think about it, he's like, yeah, even really well-respected people, he is rude to. It's like, it's not because of you, it's because I'm just a vile person that's cruel to everyone. I absolutely adored this. I'm going to show you some of the drawings. So it's like these kind of sketches. Some of the drawings were good, some of them were like, what the hell is that? I preferred the end because this is a different ending from the musical version. I've always said if I have a son, I'm going to name him Freddie, because in this there's a character called Freddie who falls in love with Eliza, and he's this very naive posh boy, and in the musical he's the one that sings On the Street Where You Live, and he's just so lovable and sweet, and he's like, I'll just do anything for you, Eliza. And oh, and then you've got obviously the polar opposite with Higgins, this kind of brute. I loved it. Today I finished this book, which is a manga. I'm probably going to murder how it's said, but this is Maison Ikkoyu, maybe. Let me show it to you. And it's by Ramuki Takashi, who is a female author who illustrated and wrote this. I was lent this from a friend and I have never read anything in the series. This is book 2 and the series goes on. So basically it's about a group of people that live in the same apartment building, and our main character, she is the manager of the apartment building, and there's kind of a love triangle situation, and then there's kind of cross wires, and it's romantic and it's cutesy, but it's also really funny. And there's a woman who lives in the apartment who's kind of slightly older than them, and she's a plump woman, and she is just hilarious. She just tries to torment everyone, make every situation awkward. She's my queen. I loved her. I'll show you the art style. So you can see it is manga. There's a lot of details in it which I really liked. Kind of ones like that, when there's people half the page and full page illustrations. I really like this. Not a lot happens, to be honest with you, because it's a series, it continues on. Also, I think my friend who lent me this book, I think he should start his own booktube channel. I'm done for him. I really liked this. I'm sure if you're into mangas you probably know this because author's really famous in the manga field, so you probably know all about them. You should read it. I'm definitely going to read on in the series. I really liked it. Also, do you want to see my plant? Look at how big she is. I'm so proud. My baby's growing up. Last night I saw a play and it was this one, Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. This is not a musical, I don't know why I say it. So like all Agatha Christie's stories, you get like a bunch of strangers and they've all come to a place for some reason, but all different reasons. So they've come to this guest house. It's on an island. On the mantelpiece are 10 little soldier ornaments, and above it there is a poem, and it's like 10 little soldier boys, and then it's like, oh, one died, whatever. Like the thing ends and then there were none. Okay, so basically every time someone gets killed off in the story, they look at the mantelpiece and they're like, a soldier's gone, which I thought was really interesting concept and really fun, like element added in it, almost like it's very camp element. I loved this. This is my favourite Agatha Christie. My favourite Agatha Christie is probably Body in the Library. I think it's really good. But I love her stuff. I feel like she's genius to have that many people with different motives to why they would kill someone, because everyone is a suspect at one point, and then to kind of like one by one take the people off. Very interesting. It's not a Miss Marple and it's not a Poirot. It is just one of those ones that she did when it's nothing, it's just a murder mystery. There was a lot of comedy in it, and they are lines that are in the book that were just very fun and very kind of anti-woman, but you know Agatha Christie wrote it, so it's like a woman kind of like tongue-in-cheek, like, oh, these damn women don't know a thing, but you know it was written by a woman, so it's kind of like, ha, the joke's on you. So I think you should definitely read And Then There Were None. Don't know, I keep singing it, sorry. Don't I look like a mole? Like from Wind in the Willows. Toad! Badger! Wait for me! This is The Stripper Diaries by Trisha Paytas. Trisha is a YouTuber who I really like. Before she was a YouTuber with like over 2 million subscribers, she was a stripper, and this is taken from her real life diary when she was a stripper. And they're just diary entries of her days in the club, people that she met in the club, their backstory, how she feels about stripping, like the harsh reality of stripping. I thought this was really good. It was really raw, it was very honest. Read this, it's good. I'll probably do like a full-on video on it. And this is the end of the video. This is the end of my September wrap-up part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, tell me what stuff you read down below, or if you have any opinions different to mine or the same as mine on the books that I read. I'm very excited because soon it's going to be Halloween. I'll see you soon.
It's so close.
Oh hey, I'm glad you can make it. Welcome to my house, come in, it's hell, I'm Satan. Hello there. What's your name? How you doing today? Do you think I look like the Who from like The Grinch, the Whoville's? They're like, hey, welcome home. Yeah, do you like it? It's got fairy lights, it's got tinsel, it's got this. Oh, jazzy, jazzy, jazzy.